Howdy, my beautiful Aquarius. How are you doing today, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today we're going to be getting into your weekly tarot reading, your weekly horoscope, Aquarius, for October. See what predictions we could be making, what your horoscope's looking like today, darling. All right. If you do enjoy this tarot reading, Aquarius, be sure to check out more than just your one zodiac sign. Check out your sun, moon, and your rising, darling. Let me know in the comments below what your setup is, your big threes, they call it. And yeah, if you do enjoy this tarot reading, Aquarius, I would appreciate if you were to give this video a like and subscribe. It's completely free to do and it helps me out quite a bit. All right, so let's just begin your tarot reading today, Aquarius. See what's going to be happening for y'all. So the first three cards that we pulled for you, Aquarius, is the Judgment, Ace of Wands with the Nine of Cups. Fabulous stuff is going to be happening. All right, and so let's unpack this, right? Because tarot is like a puzzle, as I always say. With the Judgment card has a few different meanings to it, you know, and you have to accept the fact, Aquarius, if you're going to consume a tarot reading from SimplyVelca, darling, you're going to get the quirkiness that comes with it, right? So the Judgment energy I always associate with your spiritual team, whether that's your spirit guides, archangels, guardian angels, whatever the case is, what you align with, ancestors. They're taking action in your physical world to make things happen. They're laying down the law, essentially. You know, there comes like a final boiling point moment where it's just like, all right, something has to be done here. And that's what that Judgment card comes in as, at least in my opinion, darling. Now, this Ace of Wands here, where they're going to be taking that action is with something that is associated with passion here. All right, the Ace of Wands is something that like inspires you, that drives you here. This is a time for you to be really following with your, as corny as it sounds, Aquarius, it's the sense of following your heart with where it is that it's actively trying to guide you in. All right, and then with this Nine of Cups, a little bit more shape and definition to the action that your spiritual team is taking is the Nine of Cups is a fabulous card. By definition, it represents a wish being granted for you. But I always like to say the Nine of Cups, like as fabulous as it is, Aquarius, is not the Ten of Cups. You know, it still could improve. And so to ignore the obvious, people want to say, oh, that just sounds you're being ungrateful, Velka. It's like, I mean, girl, whatever, bye. Can't be bothered to even defend myself in that. And so what you would take from this is so let's just say, for example, Aquarius, you have been, what personally inspires you right now, Ace of Wands, is your creative career, right? I'm very big on creative. So it's like your writing, for example. If you were to continue following in your writing, Judgment energy with this Nine of Cups coming in here, Spirit is going to bring forth something towards you in regards to that passion to further boost that passion. So while it's not in the shape of where it's like you'll be running into like a publisher, Aquarius, and I might have called you Gemini earlier. I apologize if I did. You might, Aquarius, be connecting with, rather than a publisher publishing your work immediately, Aquarius, you get guidance, maybe like, you know, you meet someone that knows a publisher, right? And your path is aligned in that way. And so that further motivates you to push yourself because you take that as a sign, being like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. In regards to socially, I feel like you might be having a social channel opening back up from where it was looking a little bit, I don't want to say hopeless. Hopeless sounds dramatic, Aquarius, but maybe someone that you haven't had too much communication with. Maybe you've been noticing like a little bit of distance there. I feel like someone's going to be opening up and allowing a little bit more access for you to communicate with them. All right. So let's continue on here, Aquarius, see what's going to be happening for you. You have the Justice card. Very interesting that you have the Justice card coming in right after the Judgment. So even in my wording of how I described the Judgment energy, I wanted to just use the Justice as reference, where it's just like, you know, that boiling point where it's just like at some point in time, something has to give to balance things out here. Further going into this analogy here for you, where it's like Justice, the scales are actively working in your favor here. Some people would associate this with karma. All right, I don't like to get into the karma conversation just because people like to neglect the whole terminology of karma and dharma and all that. But it's definitely something that you feel entitled to, if we were to use that word. Something that you know, that you're deserving of, right? This isn't just the sense of like when it finally happens for you, you're not going to sit there and be like, oh, why is it me? What makes me special? You're going to be like, yeah, of course, you know, it's about time something has happened to give me a sign that I need to continue doing what it is that I'm doing, right? That's how you see this as. This Queen of Wands coming in under your Ace of Wands here. Again, further inspiring this passion here, right? This is your story right now. The Queen of Wands is the heart of your spread currently. And so while the Queen of Wands is a fire sign, still your story here, where it's like something's going to be happening in your life in the coming days, Aquarius, that really reignites your passion for life again, reignites your passion for your motivation towards writing, or something's going to be reignited in regards to some type of social connection in your life, where it's just like you see an opportunity to finally get closer with someone that you notice a little bit of a rift, a distance between, right? Something motivates you, Aquarius, to show you to not give up, to show you that this is still worth continuously putting more energy into it, because nothing feels more rewarding than finally waking up and seeing that you're getting the fruits of your labor, right? Then you realize, being like, okay, if I continue watering these plants, I'm going to continue getting more watermelons, right? So we have the Devil card coming in here. I want to unpack this a little bit with a couple of clarifiers before I really go on my tangent here. King of Swords coming in here with the Knight of Cups. All right, so I will say for you, Aquarius, I'm going to call you out a little bit. I feel like when it comes to your social life, or when it comes to Aquarius, what you will do, I feel like you put your guard down a little bit. You allow like your own internal devil desires to take over. So maybe for a while now you've kind of fallen back on like your diet, or on some level, maybe Aquarius, you've been entertaining certain people that you normally wouldn't entertain. You were giving access to things that you normally wouldn't give access to. All right. And I feel like it's in response to the lack of action, the lack of things manifesting in your life for the things that actually inspire you. So while on one hand, Aquarius, you're just like, yeah, I don't like messing with people that lack substance and all that, you know, the person that I want to be with is someone that I want to feel that is worthy of my time and energy, right? You know that. But on some level, something has to give you, you know, those natural human desires. You know, sometimes lust, if we're just going to be honest, you know, it makes you settle for people that, or just the sake of companionship, makes you settle for people that you normally wouldn't settle for, you know, or the sense that you're just seeking satisfaction. And since you're not getting it in regards to your career, you will search into, you know, your own personal addictions. Maybe you've been picking up drinking again. You know, my readings are very human, right? I don't like to pretend as if we're all perfect individuals, right? So no need to feel as if I'm judging you, Aquarius, but I do feel as if whatever is going to be happening is going to help get you out of a spiral that you might have started getting into. That I feel like spiral sounds a little, again, I keep on saying it's a little bit too dramatic. I keep on wanting to say that, Aquarius, because I feel as if you're already self-aware about it. So it takes away the dramaticness of it all. And it's just like you just have that's what it is. I feel like you just finally have a reason to pick yourself back up. Like you're just like, oh yeah, like, you know, I know it's been like a few days since I've gone to the gym, but whatever. Like you're at peace with your decision of like spiraling, I guess. So it doesn't even feel like much of a spiral anymore, because for next card we pull for you afterwards is the High Priestess, and this is under your judgment and your justice, right? I always say the High Priestess has the connection to the other side, the other world, your spiritual team, darling, right? Y'all already know. And so in this sense here for you, Aquarius, I do feel as if that you've already, like this expounds on the sense of like the self-awareness that I feel like you already have, but it also is the sense of where I feel like there's this, I'm going to call you out. I feel like you could be giving more time or energy to some type of spiritual force. When was the last time that you know, I'm not here to push a belief system or a practice on anybody because it's none of my business. But I do feel as if there's something something outside of the mundane that you know that you should be putting a little bit more time and energy into that you haven't. Maybe it could be something as simple as doing like a ritual of some type. But I do feel like there's something that you kind of known that's been needing to do more of. You have the Ace of Cups coming in with the Magician card stepping forward as well. All right. And so for you here, Aquarius, I feel like what's really going to be happening for you is that you're just going to be motivated again to create. Something's going to motivate you, inspire you to really turn up the knobs again, right? It's like you were at peace with like not working or functioning at 100%, giving it your all every single day because you just been feeling very uninspired. Nothing is really feeling as if it's been motivating you. You're going to be getting that inspiration again through something that your spiritual team does. that then allows everything else to fall in place, right? And again, I feel like you already have this level of awareness about like where it is that you're, again, I don't want to say spiraling, but yeah, I feel like something's going to be really kicking you in the rear, motivating you, and it's like you're going to be really, in answer to that, really creating opportunity, really back to yeah. Of course you would get this bee spirit card coming in here. Sweet results await. You're about ready to claim. It's like you always knew what you needed to, what you needed to do to make honey, but it's very hard for you to feel inspired to go out to get the pollen if you don't like the nest, or if you don't, you know, whatever. Sweet results await. You're really about to be creating something pretty lovely here, and it's just through inspiration again, which I feel like really exemplifies your, like, the Aquarian energy, in my opinion, because it's like, I always say, like, y'all are like my mad scientist, y'all are my magician, even though this is not the card associated with y'all usually. Y'all are my magician, Aquarius, because it's like y'all have so much potential in there, and it's just a matter if you feel like really pushing yourself to that point, but nothing's gonna motivate you to doing that unless you personally feel like it. King of Pentacles coming in, things really stabilizing for you. It's like you're being inspired to really put focus on building up on that empire again. And what is a bee spirit without its sun energy, that abundance? 10 of Cups. We're just doing for each corner of this bee spirit here. 10 of Cups coming in here, and one last one, Aquarius. Page of Pentacles. It's fabulous that you got all these beautiful cards here, Aquarius. So this was just, I was just, you know, no set routine for it, just vibes when it came to, I just wanted to do a card for each of the corners of this bee spirit here. And you got all this really insane energy where you have the bee spirit saying sweet results await. 10 of Cups coming in there, fulfillment in every sense of the word. Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. That's the sense of starting out small with something, and then it grows to be something very abundant. So it's like, for example, starting out small with writing your own book, and then eventually that leads to you having your own publishing company, because it's like it's through that something small that develops to be something major. You can only have that major harvest of a lot of honey when you have a lot of sun to do that. Right? So it's like your environment is really about to be very bountiful, very lush. And so that's the tarot reading that I have for you this week, Aquarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading. It was such a pleasure, and I will hopefully connect to you sometime in the near future. All right, my beautiful darling. Bye, Aquarius.